to work together, at least on the initial start. Sometimes you'll see it where one car will drop down in front of the other, just time it so right, so that way they can get in line, protect that lead, so at least the organization can get a victory. So we'll see if a little teamwork comes to play. We talk often when we come to the super speedway races about having a dancing partner, and that's what you've got in Jake Finch in the 20 and Gus Dean in the 55. They've got some friendly foes out there that they can go and at least get connected with and see if they can get away and work together to get one of those cars in victory lane tonight.
We gave a shout out to some of the drivers that were doing well under the last caution period. You look up and down the running order right now in the top 10. Steve Lewis Jr. right now 6th. He was a car I mentioned earlier that got involved in the earlier practices. They have been able to patch that car up, and he is in contention right now in some of the top 10. Again, running in position number 6. 7th on the racetrack in that 44 machine. That is Thomas Annunziata. He has that special mellow yellow Kyle Petty looking throwback paint scheme that he is running this weekend. The driver from Colts Neck, New Jersey. He looks pretty stout. Again, in some of the top 10 in position number 7. Greg Van Alst, last year's winner, 9th on the racetrack. And how about Ryan Huff? Top 10 right now at the moment in car 36.
The 44 of Thomas Annunziata making his debut in the ARCA Menard Series here today, and he's getting the job done with a strong run in that 44 car, having a great day. Working under the caution flag, we'll take at least one more lap. Very fluid for Marco Andretti's number 17 car after he hit the wall there and carried it around the outside lane and down through the grass. You can see when we watch the replay on that, he had that window net down before the car came to a stop. No doubt it got very toasty inside that 17 car as he was able to get out under his own power, but still a lot of work to be done here. The speedy drive being laid down up the top of the racetrack. And of course, that is where they will be coming up through the gears full speed at 2x2 once we get back under the green flag. There you see on the pit box the stress of just watching it all play out. This is the Venerini Motorsports camp with those two cars running first and second here in Daytona. And a win at Daytona can change the path of your career. And it doesn't matter what series it's in. Obviously, the iconic Daytona 500 means so much. But winning here at the ARCA Menard Series is part of the opening weekend, and Speed Weeks presented by Advent Health certainly puts your name on a map, and many of the greats that we've seen come through this series and have won at tracks like Daytona as they've launched their career to become multi-time winners and champions in the top 3 series of NASCAR.
A driver that, a young driver that grew up right here in the state of Florida, this would be big. What's the mood like in the Finch pit area?
A lot of nervous energy down here. I mean, it's an interesting dynamic because you've laid out the inexperience of Jake Finch and only his 10th start, but on the opposite side of that, crew chief is Shannon Rush. He was the championship-winning crew chief with Jesse Love last year. Big Bill Venturini, of course, he's been around this sport forever. He just wheeled up here in his cart and just kind of chatted with everybody and moved on down to one of the other teams. So, that's out the window now. This is a straight-up drag race, so we're assuming Gus Dean will start alongside of him, and this is just a race to the finish. There's no team orders, no orders, no marching orders. We're just going to see who can gas it up, maybe who gets the best push from somebody. So we'll see what happens, and let's see what happens. So going to be interesting to see, but Jake Finch, very young racer, but doing a really nice job handling this thing very well like a veteran.
As the clock here in the Eastern time zone approaches 1:30 a.m. Eastern time, if you're wondering what the latest race to ever finish at Daytona was, Well, the latest was 2:40 a.m. when Dale Earnhardt Jr. won the Coke Zero Sugar 400 back in 2015 in the NASCAR Cup Series. So 2:40 a.m. is the latest a race has ever ended here at Daytona.
I like being involved in record-breaking broadcasts for one reason or another, but not this one. Not that one that you just rattled off there. I think if we can go ahead and put the green in the air, come back around, take the checkered flag, and award that trophy to whoever's out front, I think everybody here, broadcasters, race teams, race fans will be happy with that. Jake Finch is going to try to do it. Gus Dean is going to try to steal it away. Andres Perez certainly going to be a factor. Andy Jankowiak, Armani Williams, on down the list. Alex, we still have 21 cars on the lead lap. Amber Balkin, the last car on the lead lap.
She is indeed, as the field comes down to the line. 1 to go here at Daytona. So they have 2.5
put down oil in the tire before they go through it at full speed, they're gonna wreck. Are they pushing that car? Yeah. They're probably gonna bring the caution back out. Maybe not. They got time. Yeah, they do. Yeah, the caution's back out. I just want it to be over with. One more lap. One more. One to go. Through the white, green and white.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Overtime here in the Hard Rock Bet 200 for the Arc of Menard Series tonight at the World Center of Racing. When they come down to the line, they will get the green and the white flag together. A one-lap shootout to decide things here at Daytona. Jake Finch and Gustine side by side.
Side by side, the Venturini Motorsports teammates going at it now for the win at Daytona. To the inside lane, Gustine has the advantage. Gustine gets the push from behind. Dean goes to the lead in turn two.
Jake Finch will fade to the outside line. He'll fade back to second, but here comes the run, here comes the draft, and here comes the block. Gustine slides up. He'll throw the block on his teammate. They're bouncing off each other.
What a wreck!
One car up into the air, into the fence, and that will be Andres Perez. A dozen cars collected on the end of the back straightaway.
Caution flag is out, and here they come racing back, although under caution off four. Again, the caution flag is out. To the line, and Gustine will score the win in the Arc of Menard Series here tonight. The Hard Rock Bet 200. Gustine out front when it mattered as a massive crash has broken out on the back straightaway. Let's hear from Mike Bagley.
Well, we've got, in my vision, there are at least 6 cars, including Jake Finch. You got Andy, Jake, you got other cars as well. And there is, as we span through glasses, a total of 8 cars sitting on the bottom of the racetrack over here in turn number 3.
Vicious crash there. Let's go to the winning pit box.
Kevin Reed Jr., the crew chief, I had a great big hug from your dad. A lot of cheers. Congratulations. You're a Daytona 500 winner, Kevin.
Oh my God, you have no idea how much this means. Coming down here with
Daytona
Dad for
500
years,
winner, what?
always car chiefing, and I could
He
dream
said he
of
was
the
a
day
Daytona
of getting my
500
own.
winner. I was like,
For
what?
the second 3 years down here myself, and it's time. Let's go celebrate this one.
Absolutely. That's Kevin Reed Jr. down here. His dad, Kevin Sr., a 25-time winner on the Arc of Menard Series. So the Reed family very happy down here. Kevin gets a big hug from Kathy Venturini, and they're going to victory lane here at Daytona.
Gustine is taking them there. Gustine scoring the win here this morning at the Daytona International Speedway.
Take a look at on NASCAR TV. This was the last lap crash going into turn number 3. Armani Williams, LeVar Scott, Jake Finch, and others. Andres Perez de Lara. Several different cars all getting together and crashing. Andres Perez at one point up in the air on top of somebody as he slid down the banking in turn number 3. All of these cars all with hard crashes over there entering the third corner. But the winner tonight of the Hard Rock Bet 200 is just come to a stop about 50 feet away from the start-finish line. Gustine. Gustine, driver of the 55, is the race winner tonight. He is unbuckling the belts and getting ready to presumably climb out of his Toyota Camry and celebrate what is now his 3rd win in the Arc of Menard Series in his career. There he is, climbing out of the car. Gustine, your winner tonight here at Daytona.
Gustine led 2 laps. He led the most important lap of the night, though, and that's the last lap. The 29-year-old driver from Bluffton, South Carolina. Gustine scoring the win on a wild last lap.
It really was. The big crash over there on the Daytona Super Stretch. LeVar Scott, he went in the air. Car went up towards the top of the safer barrier in turn 3, but it came down, fortunately, on all fours. However, it came down on top of Andy Jankowiak's car and rode it all the way down the 31 degrees of banking to the apron before it came off the Jankowiak car. So a violent crash out there, but it looked like everybody was able to get out of their race car into their own power.